to the Jeannie Power Show. Today we have guests Stevie Jeevy and Richie Ragu. We're going to have an update from Jiffy Jeff's Gym and a nostalgic video for our video contest. And I guess maybe I'll let Benny Rizzuti come back to his show now. Come on, Benny.
Oh, thank you, Jeannie. The Jeannie Powers Gagootz Show. Very good,
Well, I'm only
Jeannie.
going to be here for a few more weeks. So
I know.
Actually, next week I'm not going to be here, but I'll be back for a few more weeks after that. I know, boo.
We're working out a deal. We're working on something. We're working. I've got my cousin Vinny working on this.
You know what I was thinking the other day, you know, because you call it the Gagootz Show.
Yes.
Isn't that like a zucchini?
Yes.
Because I worked at a farm stand for many years, and we had Gagootz there. So
Right.
Are you like a vegetable? Is that like your nickname?
I gave myself that nickname because I grow them. And
Okay.
I've turned it to my grandfather as I got older. So I have the fig trees, and I have a garden.
Oh, you have fig trees?
Yes.
You are
yes.
totally going to give me figs.
Yeah, I'm totally going to give you figs. I hope they made it, survive the winter.
Did you wrap
One
them?
day. I wrapped them. I didn't put anything over the roots, though. They said you should put, like, more dirt or mulch.
It was a very cold winter. I
It
hope
was a
they
cold
survive. I like roasting them.
Oh,
And-
really?
Yes, and I put honey and gorgonzola, and I chop up hazelnuts, and I roast them. So good.
Okay, yeah, I have figs and I grow gagootz.
I don't like
And
the
the
Gagootz.
No?
No.
I have a great recipe, very Italian, like a sauce. You make it with a can
Well, I
of
like the
tomatoes.
figs because it tastes like candy.
They do. The figs are delicious.
Yum, yum.
They are. Yum, yum. They are. So, how was your week? Happy birthday.
Thank you. Yes,
You're
it was
welcome.
my birthday, and I went to the city.
You did?
Yeah.
You do anything
I
special?
ate. I go to the city to eat. My
Did
family
you?
took me to the city so that I could eat good food.
Any place special?
I like going to Rare Bar and Grill. There's a few
Yeah.
of them. There's one in Chelsea that I like eating at. It's, you know, a steak place. But I go there and I get the salad. They have this
And it-
rock shrimp salad with crispy pancetta.
And
So,
shrimp, yeah.
yeah, I like eating that. And,
Yeah.
I like going to Smorgasburg in Brooklyn.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I don't know if you've ever heard of that.
No, no.
It's all different vendors, like hundreds of vendors from all countries all over the world. Filipino vendors, Bolivian, Ethiopian, very good vendors. And you get like small plates there. Come with an empty stomach and a fat wallet. Because
Oh,
you
yeah,
don't know
because
you don't know how many places you want to eat from. So you
Oh,
just
all
keep
right.
eating and eating and eating, and before you know it, you're broke and you're stuffed. But it's
And you're stuffed.
Yeah, and it's excellent.
I've
So-
eaten like at Sardi's. The last few times I've eaten at the city. Sardi's, Hard Rock Cafe.
I try to
And,
stay away from those places
yeah?
now. I try to go to like the little places, the out-of-the-way places. I find that the food's much better. I mean, I have gone to those, you know, years ago.
I'm sure the food is much better in those places because the other place is just churning it out.
Yeah, I wanted to
And,
go to Chinatown because it was Chinese New Year and because Chinese, Asian. But I didn't get to go down there. It was freezing. My daughter didn't want to walk, so I didn't get to do that. But we did get to go to Mike Dillon's fundraiser.
You went to Mike Dillon's fundraiser.
I did. I
was
made
it
it back
great?
in time.
Yeah, that was great. That was really great seeing you were there, Nicole.
Yes.
Stephen Perillo was
Yes.
there. A lot of people.
Joey Cola was there.
Joey Cola, Paul Bond.
Yes, and
What a
despite the weather, a lot of people showed up. It was a full house. Richie Ragu was there, who helped set up this fundraiser. So.
Yeah, and he'll be on later
Yep.
after with Stevie.
And I know Mike Dillon is watching right now. So hi, Mike Dillon.
Hi, Mike. How you doing? Your 15 minutes of fame isn't over yet. He posted on Facebook yesterday because people were putting. It was a great turnout for horrible weather,
Yes.
and I still have so many people to thank. I think we'll be thanking them throughout because Madhouse TV was there.
Yes, they were.
They were, and Jerry Parisi and his wife Michelle Parisi filmed the whole thing,
Yep,
and
they
now
were
they're
interviewing everybody.
and they're editing it, and we're going to show it on the Gagootz Show,
Oh, great.
not the Jeannie Powers Show.
It is the Jeannie Power Show until the 31st.
Until the 31st. But you'll still be here on the 31st.
Yes, I will be here on the 31st. Boo-hoo,
Yes.
my last air date. Wah.
See, you know, we have the Gagootz Show Facebook page. Send ideas for how we can keep Jeannie on the show. I've been talking to her about doing videos because we kind of like the two people dynamic. And when Nicole comes back, you know, we like the two people works better.
Yeah.
But we want to have you back. And I know you. Sometimes we'll have you as a guest. because Tony Landalfi's going to come back.
Oh, yes, and he's
And
a
we're gonna
friend of mine, so I would love to be here when
So
he's
we're going to
here.
schedule a show where you'll be a guest and Tony will be here, and probably you both together will interview both of you because he's been on the show.
Yes. You know what I wanted to ask you? How's my fan club doing?
Oh, the fan club.
For those of you who didn't watch last week, I heard I had a fan club. What's the name of it, Benny?
Oh my! I got in trouble for this. So first, I want to say I love my wife Nancy, and she's the most beautiful woman in the world. Out of every woman I ever even spoke to, my wife, I love you. Okay, the name of the fan club is the People Who Imagine Jeannie Powers Naked Fan Club. And it started because I was talking about how I had actor's nightmare, that I blanked out doing a comedy show, but I started thinking of jokes, and you mentioned...
Just think of everyone naked.
Think of everyone naked, and I don't know how that would work. I really don't know.
It was on an episode of The Brady Bunch many years ago.
Because I was thinking of that. But anyway, I said that so...
Well, Rob Cividanis said that he wanted to be the president.
He's the president of the... And you said you want also women to be on the fan club. Men and women.
Because I don't discriminate.
We don't discriminate. So I signed Nancy up. So she punched me, but she laughed. Because when I first came home, I have to tell you, I came home, and Nancy's watching the Gagootz Show on the phone. So I say hi. And she's like, don't you say anything to me. And I was like, what? Why? The first 5 minutes of the show, do you have any idea? You're talking... I said, because, you know, I'm looking for the joke. So, and we were having fun.
It was a very good show. It was a funny show.
We had a lot of fun on the show with Rob Cividanis and
Cara
Amore, whose name I couldn't pronounce. But Nancy was like, you couldn't pronounce Amore, but Robert Cividanis, you had no problem. So anyway, I hope I'm not spinning a lot. Anyway, she was all angry, and I'm like, what are you talking about? And then when Rob comes on and says he wants to be the president, she sort of became the running theme, because I didn't think of that.
Do you know how many messages I've gotten on Facebook?
How many?
Oh, lots and lots. Everybody wants to join the fan club. Or they told me they've been a fan club for years. They've been in the fan club for years. And they're so happy there's finally a fan club.
And
they want to know where they can get their membership. Will they be receiving photos?
But they're imagining you naked.
Yes.
So you're not... You could wear clothes.
I can. But if anyone has ever gone to my Funtasian fan page, the profile shot is an actual cartoon of my naked body with sensor bars over my breasts and my nether regions. So there you go, fans. Just go to my fan page. You could see me cartoon self,
and
practically naked.
Yeah, go to the fan page and then become...
And like my fan page, Funtasian.
Yeah, we gave you a nice plug.
Nice little plug for me. Self-promotion all the way.
So Stevie GB says he has a major announcement.
Oh.
But he didn't bring a life coach with him, so...
Oh, thank God.
I think he was he was going to bring Rob Choppy with him.
I don't think I can handle another life coach this month.
One life coach was enough. And, there was a lot of things I wanted to talk about. I had a lot of fun at the... I'm glad the fundraiser, we'll be talking about it when Richie comes on. But it really was great for that horrible weather and everybody and the lineup. It was just amazing.
And Mike looks great. Mike, you look great.
Yeah, Mike. You do. Everybody put a big smile on his face. It was good. It was funny.
I've been talking to him the last couple of days. We've been joking.
Yeah,
we've been joking back and forth.
He's so happy
He's such
about
a nice guy.
Oh, he is. He's a great guy.
And because everyone showed up, I said it on Facebook, it's just a testament to the type of person he is. That's why everyone came.
And it was, the lineup was an A-list lineup. All the comics were A-list, but we wanted, except for me, because I helped out, so they were nice. They put me up.
They pitied you?
What? They pitied me, yeah. But we were so many comics. Mike has helped out so many people and given them their start that they were the new up-and-comers. And so we decided on one person who would be the up-and-comer comic to go on, and it was Stephen Perillo.
Oh.
Because he got his start.
I'm sorry I missed that.
Yeah. He was the only one, and he did great. Everybody loved him because his stand-up act is very funny.
I have seen his stand-up act.
You have, right?
I've seen him at open mics.
All right, and he does some very funny material. But it was unanimously decided he should be the guy to represent one of the new up-and-coming comics because of Mike. He started out with Mike, and he did a lot of photography work for Mike. You know, he's done a lot. And Mike's his buddy. Very talented kid. Very talented.
You're a talented kid, Mike. I mean, Steve.
Steve.
Right? And Steve, yes.
Steve, I heard you. I want to say this. I heard that on the way home, Stephen
Yes, he was in an accident, but he is okay.
I hope you're all right, and I want everybody who's watching this to go on Stephen's page and say, hey, we hope you're all right. We heard what happened. And
I heard he was okay.
Yeah.
And it's pretty bad weather out there right now, so if you're watching live, don't go out and drive. Stay home.
Even if you're watching from Florida, don't go out and drive. This is the World Wide Web.
Or Hong Kong. Or the Philippines. Or Japan, where my family is.
I'm glad you mentioned that. Because we
I have family watching all over.
Mario Matsumoto is a big fan. She's
oh, really?
Yes. She's on a page, born in 1955, so I'm on that page because I know people who were born in 55. So,
are you lying about when you were born?
I was born in 1955. So anyway, I had...
Sure you were.
When it was my birthday, in September, I said, hey, everybody, I bought myself, for my birthday, I bought a TV show. And when I put it on, Mario Matsumoto wrote that she lives in Japan and she's been learning English as a second language. So she watches the Gagootz Show.
Does she really?
Yes, to learn English. And one time on one show, it was Stephen Perillo's birthday. So we did a thing where we were like mentioning everybody's birthday but his. And then we met, and she sent a message to me, tell Stephen happy birthday.
Ah, so she watches every week?
Every week, Mario Matsumoto. And Mario, she must be half Italian.
Or she's just making it easy for you.
Yeah. No, it's Mario with a Y. M-A-R-Y-O. Okay. Matsumoto.
All right. Like domo arigato.
Yes,
that's Mr. Roboto. That's the only Japanese I know, unfortunately. I speak Tagalog. I don't speak Japanese, so I'm sorry, Mario.
Hi, Mario. Anyway, Mario, tell everybody we're going to show a clip now from Jiffy Jeff's Gym, as we were talking about Rob Chaffee. We're going to get an update, as we said we would show updates every so often. Here's our first Jiffy Jeff's Gym update, and then we'll be back with our first guest, Stevie GB. You're watching the
Genie Power Show here on Madhouse TV. Thank you so much for joining me.
It's a Gagootz Show exclusive.
Right. I am embracing who I am. A big, fat, wide-butted, bloated, gooey, disgusting guy.
That's why I'm here. What we're gonna do is we're gonna transform this man into a machine. We're gonna get him in shape. He's gonna feel good on the inside. He's gonna feel good on the outside. That's basically what I do. I'm a personal trainer, and we're gonna make this guy a thing of beauty.
Jiffy's got me on this supplement program, has me taking all these different pills. One of them is this multivitamin thing like this is a protein pill. Gives me extra protein for my muscles. And let's see, he gives me, let's see, what else I got? Oh, wait a second. How'd that get in there?
My name is Dr. Robert Brevard. I'm here for Multi-Medicine in Westbury, New York. We're located at 1065 Old Country Road, Suite 214. Been here for about 15 years. The practice has medical doctors, physical therapists, chiropractors, acupuncturists. We also do pain management, and we have orthopedists on staff. Here at Advanced Multi-Medicine Rehabilitation, we've got physical therapists on staff who treat an array of conditions, from neck pain to back pain, shoulder pain. We treat carpal tunnel. We treat a lot of car accident patients, slip and falls. We treat patients with knee injuries, with ankle injuries, We have state-of-the-art equipment. We've been here for over 15 years. Vast array of diagnostic testing, from X-rays to EMGs. What is an EMG? It's a diagnostic test that allows a doctor to determine where the pinched nerve is. Cora is a physical therapist at Advanced Multi-Medicine and Rehabilitation. She's working on Stephanie, who was involved recently in an automobile accident. Stephanie has tight thoracic and cervical musculature, and Cora is doing some myofascial release work and some therapeutic stretching to help her with her pain. Vicky is also a patient here at Advanced Multi-Medicine and Rehabilitation. Vicky is now working her leg muscles, specifically her quadricep muscles, trying to strengthen them after an injury she sustained. If you find yourself in need of any type of physical therapy, please don't hesitate to call Advanced Multi-Medicine and Rehabilitation, located in Westbury, New York, in Suite 214. Phone number is 516-334-7000, or find us on our website at advancedmultimedicine.com.
Hey, and welcome back to the Jeannie Powers Show. No Gagootz here. No Gagootz in my garden.
Oh.
Fortune cookies, maybe.
I think that's your problem. I think if you had a Gagootz in your garden, you'd be a lot
All
happier.
the places we could go with the Gagootz right now. Well, welcome back to the show with our guest, Stevie GB.
It's the Stevie GB Show, is
Oh,
what
no,
this
it's
is.
not.
What? That's what they told me.
Stevie, I love the bow tie.
Thank you.
Yes, and you two match. I love this.
Well, sort
I
of.
feel so out of place.
I look better, but that's all right. No, I don't. You look better.
Duh.
Yeah.
How
look
are you,
great.
Benny?
Good,
Jeannie?
good. Stevie, we just did a show a couple of weeks ago.
Was
did.
that the old bastards of
The
comedy?
old bastards.
He was a producer.
I was one of the producer of the old bastards of comedy. Yeah,
Well-
say it right, bastards.
Bastards. Not bastards.
Will there be another Bastards?
I don't know if we can get some bastard audience, maybe. Then we'll have some old bastards show up. We get some old bastards to show up.
Maybe you should do it at a nursing home.
Maybe. Those are some old
They're
bastards.
tough, though, those shows. I did a nursing home show.
They are.
It's tough. Some of those people are laughing when they wheel them in.
Yeah.
Some are sleeping and
Well, they're
drooling.
drugged.
Yeah, it's
Or
not
they're
good.
drugged,
I
yeah.
know, and that's the comedians.
I feel like I've known you for so long.
I know,
But
we're-
never actually met you till today.
It's amazing. I don't know how this happens.
That's great. I know you two hit it off in the green room. You just met, and
You know.
then I heard
Right.
you two yakking away while I was getting ready.
It was the same thing with the Mike Dillon fundraisers. People I know from Facebook, I talk to all the time. I feel like I know them, but I've never actually seen them in person.
I'm so sorry I couldn't make that. Sorry, Mike. Mike knows I love him, so
Yeah, we all
I'll
love
make
Mike.
it up. We all love Mike.
We love you, Mike.
Wherever I'm waiting. All right.
You know, you were
Back to you, Steve.
Yeah,
you were adorned by the she's adorned by the comedy community.
absolutely.
And so many people, weren't you mistaken at the fundraiser for
Always.
that they thought you were
Everybody,
when you were going
Joey-
up?
Joey
Lucy
Cola.
Liu? They thought you were Lucy Liu?
Yes, they thought I was Lucy Liu. I wish people thought I was Lucy Liu. Maybe I'd get a paying job.
Oh yeah. Well, it is a Jeannie Powers show, so
I might as well just pay myself. Let me
Write
write myself
yourself-
a check
Write yourself a check.
from your bank account.
You wouldn't be the first person. And I'm not talking about Nancy.
Yes, Joey Cola asked me when I was going to get up and do my spot. I had to explain to him that I'm not a comic, and he was shocked.
But that's
But
great.
that's
You were-
everybody thinks I'm a comic.
because you're always around the comedy scene,
I am.
right? And
Yes.
you had a podcast, which you probably will have again, and you're funny too.
Thank
so
you.
you're you hang out in the comedy scene, and you're funny.
Yes.
So they figure, wow, this has to be a city comic because nobody around Long Island.
So she must be really cool.
No one around
Because
Long
nobody
Island's
around
that
Long
funny.
Island's ever seen her on stage. Where
That's
did this
true.
girl come from?
That's true.
But really, I've never been on stage ever.
Never. I heard.
Never.
I heard a rumor that you were at like a bringer show.
A
Or an
lot
open-
of people have heard that, and
Yeah.
it's just not true.
It's not true.
It's not true. I've never gone up. I go to them to see my other friends who are comedians. They ask me to come and they ask for my opinion, so I go. And then I show up at these shows, and then all of a sudden I get these messages saying, "Oh, I heard you went up and you did good." But I never actually got up, and I didn't do good because I can't write a joke to save my life. So I'm not really
That never
sure.
stopped a lot of people. You know, that's,
I know. It really hasn't. Some of you should step down.
So now that brings us to
You!
Speaking of stepping down, that brings us to Stevie GB.
So tell me about your
thank you.
group, the Clean Comedy All-Stars.
Oh yeah, it's another one of my many groups. Well, that's actually a great idea. What we're trying to do is we're developing a group of clean comedians. We call ourselves the Clean Comedy
Like
All-Stars.
no cursing?
No cursing, stuff you could bring your grandmother to. You know, imagine that. You know, it's something that's not going to be embarrassed. They're going to just have fun, and it's just good, clean fun.
what time are these shows?
What time?
Are they
To
like
bring your
early
grandmother.
so you can bring
12.
kids?
Yeah,
30?
well, it's like 3 o'clock, right before the early bird special kicks in over at Applebee's.
The bingo hall?
Yeah, we do it at bingo halls and churches, and we really do. We do churches. We've actually done a church show in a church with people sitting in the pews with, you know,
Really?
the big guy behind us, and you got to be clean in those situations. You know, it's just scary.
Praise Jesus.
Yeah, exactly. You know, if he.
I couldn't do it.
It's tough. A lot of comedians can't. That's why we've developed this little group, and it's myself and John Shea. John Shea's a great guy, good comic. Sarah Quinn,
Right.
and Christian McCarran, young guy, 17,
Perfect
hilarious.
name, Christian. In the
Christian,
church.
he's in the church community, and we're not only doing that, but we're going to be doing the Brokerage Comedy Club on March 15th. We already did McGuire's. We sold out. We were in Newsday.
Wow.
So yeah.
That
How
was
many
early
times have
too.
you been in Newsday?
Yeah.
I see you in Newsday a lot.
I don't know how I do it. I have some kind of magic bullet in there. I've been in there, I don't know, probably 8 or 9 times, something like that. But they covered my Groucho show. They
They
covered my
do.
Front
Clean
page
I
of-
see you in there.
Front page of the
Part
entertainment
2.
section.
I know.
As Groucho Marx.
I know. That was amazing.
And I actually
It was
plugged
amazing.
you on 103.9
You did. You plugged me.
in the entertainment wrap-up. I
Yes,
plugged you
did.
with the Gagootz.
You plugged me with the Gagootz.
How was that? Was that good for
It
you?
was good. It was good. It was all right. Anyhow.
That wouldn't be
Yeah.
part of the Clean Comedy.
No, yeah, we're not doing that in the Clean
Yeah.
Comedy Show. There's no
Not when I'm
plugging,
on the show.
There's no Gagootz. There's no Asian Lucy Lou's. None of that. It's all clean. We're also doing the Broadway Comedy Club in New York City in June. So
The
we're-
Clean
Very
Comedy
nice.
also.
Yes.
Now,
Pick it
also, do you play? Sarah Quinn plays at Samantha's Little
Yes.
Bit of Heaven. Do you
Yes.
perform? That is
I
supposed
have.
to be,
That's where we kind of all met, you know, because that was Samantha does a wonderful job.
And
of
explain
doing
that.
The squeaky
Explain.
clean. She goes squeaky clean comedy. Now, I don't use squeaky clean because I don't want to, you know, step on our toes a little
Right.
bit. But really, those people, and they have a rule there that if you do anything slightly off color, you can't even do any deprecating humor. You can't even make fun of yourself. They shake the pretzels, and they don't want that. And they
Wow.
it's very strict. But it's not, you know, people think it's censorship. Some comics don't like it. It's like, well, you're telling me what I'm not allowed to say. But
I think a lot of
Yeah.
people don't even know how to be clean anymore.
that's what it is. You know, people think you're clever when you're clean, you know? It's like, wow, it must be really hard to write clean. But it's really not.
I wouldn't know how.
You know, I mean, Rich Walker is another guy who does a lot of.
He's
clean
very
comedy.
clean, and he plays.
You know,
at
he's kind of
Samantha's,
in our
right.
group. We're going to get him go. Les Deegan, Eric Haft. You know, these are clean comics, and they're doing a great job out there.
Oh, good. That's great.
It's. I feel it's harder to write clean. It's easy to write dirty. It's easy to curse. You know.
Yeah, I guess.
you-
It's
you don't
easier to
have
get
to.
a laugh when you curse.
Well,
it's like farting.
In the '80s, it was very big to curse during
See,
your
that's
act.
the problem. The problem
The whole
is,
Eddie-
I think it's
Eddie
become
Murphy
so.
era.
Yes,
It's become so commonplace that it's not even shocking anymore. You know what I mean?
but some
People just-
comics don't even know how to. They don't even know how to place the
Right.
the curse.
They're using it as a verb and a noun, as an adjective, as a color. You know, just throw it in there.
Hey.
Like,
I do it all the
Lucy-
time.
Jeannie Lou would do.
Jeannie
Powers.
Lou.
And now you were at the Paramount,
Yes.
and that is a comedy festival that you're involved
Well-
in a lot.
Well, the Long Island Comedy Festival is, Paul Anthony puts that together. I've been with him since he started that in 2006, I think it was. And he does all the big theaters. He does Theater 3. He does the Paramount, Patchogue Theater. So he does all these big theater shows.
Patchogue Theater's beautiful.
Yeah, beautiful theaters.
I would love to perform there.
Yeah, yeah. We don't do the theater. We do the lobby.
Oh, yeah, you do.
We do the comedy in the lobby. We haven't gotten to the theater yet, you know. But they moved us. There's an outside lobby where you come in to buy the tickets. Mm-hmm. We don't do that. There's a second lobby that's a little bigger, you know. And then there's 6 more lobbies before we get to the theater. And
it's called the sidewalk.
Yeah, and we do like the storeroom show.
They're really in a white tent on Fridays in Patchogue, a live after 5. That's where they are.
But seriously, the lobby's big. It fits like 100 people in that lobby.
All right, listen. We're going to take a break.
All right.
We're going to show a clip of you at the Paramount.
Wow.
And then we'll be back with Richie Ragootz and you.
And me.
And on the Jeannie Powers Show.
That's right. Here on Madhouse TV. With me, just me, all me.
He's from Long Island, obviously, and in addition to being a comedian, he calls himself the world's funniest accountant. Please give a warm welcome to Long Island's own Stevie G.B. Good to be here, Suffolk County. Make some noise, Suffolk County! Yeah, I'm from Suffolk. Anybody here from Nassau? Wow, thanks for making the trip. But this is the cutoff for you Nassau people, right? This is it. I'll go to Huntington, that's it. I'm not going anywhere east of Huntington, that's Suffolk County. You're scared. It's true. I had one guy tell me once, I don't go to Suffolk County, it's all hill people out there. You people live in the sticks. I'm like, really? You're from Hicksville, you moron. Hicksville! That's all right. You know how we get even with you Nassau people? We give you directions. That's right. You ever try to get directions from us? Oh, we start out okay. Yeah, where are you coming from? The Expressway or Sunrise? That's it for road names. From there, it's make a left at the 7-Eleven. Go down to the mobile station. I even got this once. Make a left where the handy pantry used to be. Now, if you're anywhere near Smithtown, you're familiar with Smithtown? Right? Left of the bowl in Smithtown. Left of the bowl. Everything's left of the bowl. You ask Smithtown people for directions from Maine to Florida. Left of the bowl is in the equation. Oh, very easy. You go through Massachusetts, through Connecticut, left of the bowl, and you're on the Jersey Turnpike. You never want to go right of the bowl in Smithtown. I did that once. You know what's right of the bowl? A nursing home, a hospital, and a funeral parlor. Apparently, right of the bowl equals death in Smithtown. It's true. See, I'm not originally from Long Island. I actually grew up in Brooklyn, believe it or not. Yeah! Now, can you imagine me growing up in Brooklyn? I got beat up every day. And I went to an all-girls school. No, but Brooklyn was a great place to grow up, right? It was like 30 kids my age running up and down the block. It was wiffle ball, stick ball, kick the can. It was a paradise. But my mother said, no good, we gotta get out of Brooklyn. There's all crazy people here. We gotta get away from the crazy people. So we moved to Long Island. And on the way out, I saw signs. Pilgrim State Psychiatric Center. Kings Park Psychiatric Center. Central Ice looks like a lot of crazy people are here.
Stretching under sedation, or manipulation under anesthesia, is a very gentle, very precise procedure to very slowly release any scar tissue that is formed as a result of a traumatic injury. Many people ask, how does this work? Will I get hurt? Will you stretch me too far? We only stretch the body part to its normal range of motion. After completing the post-MUA rehabilitation program, it's very common that our patients say to us, hey, I can play ball with my kid again. Hey, I can bowl again. Hey, I can enjoy hiking again. This is what makes it rewarding to us as practitioners.
Could switching to Geico really save you 15% or more on car insurance? Do dogs chase cats?
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Yeah, try to push.
Yeah, God, you fat. Welcome back to the Jeannie Powers Show. We have guests Richie Ragootz and Stevie GB. Hey, Stevie, what you doing?
Falling.
Oh, we should hit him. All right, move over there.
You didn't tell me there was no slide on this freaking thing. What is this? Where's my check? What was I?
God, you're heavier than I thought for such a little guy.
Yeah, I am. I wouldn't
Built
have
like a brick.
Like a
The
brick.
mic's still on?
It's all that laboring.
Like a brick Gagootz.
Like a Gagootz. So we're back.
We're back with Stevie and Richie Ragootz.
Our last minute guest.
Yes, and I made some bad points there.
Yeah, thanks so much for showing up, Richie.
He's made some bad decisions in his life.
Hey, welcome back to the Betty Gagootz Show.
Gagootz. Bamboos.
And you got lost coming here, right?
Yes. You
were snowblind?
Jeffrey Street, Jeffrey East, West.
He made a left at the 7-Eleven and a right at the handy pantry.
So, Stevie, we didn't get to finish talking to you.
Oh.
So let's continue that with Legends of Comedy.
Oh, yeah. I remember that. I did that.
He's doing Groucho Marx right
Not
now.
really. Legends of Comedy was another brainstorm idea that failed miserably.
It did? It failed miserably?
Not really.
Nancy and I went.
It was good, right?
Yeah, tell Jeannie what it was.
Oh, what a great idea. We had Eric Haft and Richie Walker as Abbott and Costello doing Who's On First, which was incredible. They do it everywhere now. They never give me credit, but they do it everywhere. They never say, Stevie GB thought of this. I don't get that. No.
Are you listening, Eric Haft and Richie
But
Walker?
I'm not bitter.
I'm going to see Rich.
I'm okay.
He's going to see
And then we had
later.
Sarah Quinn. You tell Richie, did you know?
About a half
Sarah
hour.
Quinn was Lucille Ball doing the Vitamita Vegemin, which is phenomenal. And then I came out and did Groucho Marx, You Bet It's Groucho.
But you had two more people.
Oh, Ken Krinsky as Rodney Dangerfield.
As Rodney Dangerfield.
Phenomenal. And we had Gwendolyn Britt as Sophie Tucker.
As Sophie Tucker.
I know Gwen.
Which there was a lot of people there that thought it was going to be a clean show, and Gwen came out and was like as filthy as hell. So it was great. They were like sitting there like, we just got home from church, and this lady's talking about orgasms. It was bad.
It was like the
It was
3
great.
o'clock.
It was funny.
It was funny. We went, Nancy and I went on Sunday at like 3 in the afternoon.
That's when we had it.
Right?
Before nap time?
Yes, before nap
Yeah,
time.
we do all our shows in the afternoon.
No, the clean comedy. I know you did
Yes.
the last one you did. McGuire's?
In the afternoon, yes.
It was in the afternoon.
Yeah, because we got to get the seniors in and out. You know, we roll them in
And
and we
can you
roll
bring
them out.
kids? Good.
Sure, if you want to, but you know, it's not really a kid's show. It's clean. People always ask that. It's like, can I bring my kids? It's not like we're not the Wiggles.
The Wiggles.
Is it the Wiggles?
The Wiggles.
The Telewiggles?
The Teletubbies.
We're not the
Wiggles.
Teletubbies. Although, you know, some of the guys we
Now,
use
you
are
should
a
get
little-
Ragu on.
You're wearing the colors
Now,
of the
Ragu could be a
Teletubbies.
Teletubby.
I'm like the A-E-I-O-U, sometimes Y. I could be like, I'm the clean, but I'm the sometimes.
Okay, so anyway.
Why is a vowel sometimes?
You had to give him directions. You had to.
He's been here before.
Right.
He's been here before, and he got lost coming here.
He
I
was
did.
just
I was on West Street.
Are you really Italian?
Yes.
Okay.
Boy, I have no sense of direction.
Neither do I.
But wait,
Oh, yeah, that was the Legends
they
of
didn't
Comedy.
tell you. I was filling in like 25 minutes before the show.
Yeah.
So I was like nervous.
Oh, okay.
He didn't know he was coming. We were supposed to have.
He was a last-minute fill-in because you had Talia Shire.
Talia Gill, Talia Shire.
Talia Shire.
By the way,
isn't that Rocky's wife?
By the way,
Yeah.
What?
Yo, Adrian.
Yo,
fill
Adrian.
in, get double pay.
Oh.
Too. I get double pay.
Really?
Yeah.
That's twice more than I get.
Yeah, Talia Gill.
Talia Gill. I'm
Talia
sorry,
Gill.
Talia. I didn't mean that. The only other Talia I know is Talia
She
Shire.
couldn't make it because of the weather.
Talia Shire?
Talia
Gill.
Talia Shire couldn't make it because
She
got knocked
retired.
Because there's a dusting.
She got knocked out by Rocky.
Talia Gill?
Adrian.
Oh, you know something?
You know
Talia
that's
Shire.
Francis Coppola's sister. You know
Yes.
that, right? Talia Shire. That's how she played
And
Connie.
Nicolas Cage's cousin or something.
Aunt.
Right.
he's a Coppola. That's right.
Yeah.
He's a Coppola Italians in this place.
He's a Coppola too.
He's a Coppola.
He's a Coppola.
He's got a
He's a
Coppola.
Coppola vodkas is what he is.
Scott, the last minute still. She's so bad. Oh my God.
Oh, just
I gotta go home in a
real
couple
hero
of
on the
minutes.
Jimmy
So
Power
we get this,
Show.
I still gotta
we
do the
get this
brokerage.
moving. I gotta get out of here.
Yeah, you're going to
There's
the
a brokerage
brokerage
at
from here.
7:30. Yes, it's a graduating class tonight, and they told me to show up. And
And whose class is that? Rich
it's,
Walker.
Rich
and-
Walker, Bales, and Peter Bales, and
Peter
also
Bales.
Steve Lazarus.
Peter,
and,
yeah.
Good guy.
Yes.
I
Are
love
you
those
in
guys.
the class?
No. Pat Marone's graduating, a good friend of mine.
Oh, Pat Marone's in the
He's
class.
graduating. Yeah, he took governors. Now he came to this. But Pat Marone's good. I know him for years.
I
You're
saw,
very
I saw
funny,
him
too.
at the Mike Dillon fundraiser.
Yes. One day we're gonna do like a little chef day here. I think.
We're working on a chef
We're working
show.
on it.
A chef show? You're going to cook here?
Not here. We're probably going to have the chefs here, but I want to do a video with
Right.
Alfredo Gagootz.
Oh, okay. And then you're going to cook on video?
I'm gonna
Yeah.
show you how to stuff it.
So can I be there to taste the food on video?
Yeah, that's
and
a
I'll
great
tell you
idea.
if it sucks or not?
There you go.
Yeah, you could be the judge.
That'd be great.
I'm there. If there's
All right.
food, I'm there.
Yeah, because we're going to do. I was
Wait.
out for those
Will
of
it
you
be
who
like
watch,
Ragu versus the Gagootz
and Pat Marone.
And then,
and Pat Marone?
then you can show us how to work it off. But
With the areola yoga.
Areola.
Yes.
Stevie, we
The
gotta
last
clean.
time
We
he
can't
was
use
on-
that word in the
let
clean
me-
comedy.
Yes, let me tell you what happened. The last time Mr. Ragu was on the show, they decided to turn the tables and ask me a question because they had heard I had lost 30 pounds. And it was due to anti-gravity yoga, which I take, which is also called aerial yoga. And I don't know if you've seen the pictures on my Facebook.
I
but
did, where you were
yes,
like upside
I hang
down.
upside
and
down,
I
and
saw
I do all
those.
these moves.
Yes.
And he couldn't speak like today. And
oh come
you know,
on.
Tell it.
he
why
called
you
it
get-
teeth,
He
the
called
teeth.
it. That's sure. It's your teeth. It's your teeth. He called it areola yoga.
Oh.
Why
So it
you
went
ripping me
from
up
there.
today?
And
It
Chris
went from
Roach
there.
was here.
And
so.
Chris Roach was here, so you know it always
Right.
goes. It's either my naked body, my boobs, my areolas.
And tell them what you sent me.
Nice.
You sent me a picture of all these little pancakes.
Silver dollar pancakes. I sent him a picture of silver dollar pancakes.
So here's all your areas.
all
there
your
areolas.
areolas.
Okay. I get that.
So
I see what's going on here.
But I want to mention, we mentioned Peter Bales. Peter Bales was the master of ceremonies for the Mike Dillon.
yes, that's right. That's
He was
correct.
really
And
was.
Peter Bales, it was a great honor to have him because he is the master of ceremonies on Long
Is he the
Island.
master
He's
of
really the
master of
best.
He's the master of the, yeah.
I mean, he does it like wow.
I want to see if you could talk without moving your hands. Can you do it? Can you do it? Nope. Italians they just
He's a
can't
mute.
do it.
He's a mute.
See, I'm over here.
It's like me.
I could say I'm Asian, right? I think you say you're Asian more than I say I'm Sicilian.
You don't
but I
have to
am,
because you talk about all Italian things anyway.
I'm having a hard time with this. I really was.
Jeannie's picking on me all day.
What do you think she just did to me? She gave you a break. Relax.
Yes, it's Jeannie Power Show.
There's an old Irish proverb. If somebody is talking about you, they're giving someone else a break.
Right.
There you go.
So right now she was insulting me. She was giving you a break. You should enjoy
I
it.
enjoy the whole thing.
If I'm
By the way,
insulting
Stevie,
you, it usually
a couple
means
of times we played together.
It's a term of
It was
endearment.
At Mike Dillon.
A term
Yes.
of
It
endearment?
means I
Well,
love
once
you
with
dearly.
Huff,
Yes.
They forgot that we're the
Yeah,
hosts.
they forgot that they were
Hey, you know-
on my show.
And,
Yeah. Oh, we're talking about who was on the show?
No. I did a couple of shows with him at Mike Dillon's.
Yes. Done
That's
quite
how
a
I
few
know
Mike
Stevie.
Dillon shows. I know Mike Dillon since
Yes.
since
The
when he
third
started
grade.
comedy, like 2000. Like
What, Mike
15
Di-
years I know Mike Dillon.
Me too. I used to
I know
go
you longer than that.
Yeah,
Classic Cakes Cafe in Islip.
I know.
Me, you, and Darren Dillon, and 5 people.
And Peaches,
Peaches
Rodriguez
Of
was
course.
also.
By the way, I've
I
been
love
invited
Peaches.
April 11th to play with Peaches Rodriguez.
Be
at
careful.
Mount
Be
Sinai
careful now. Be careful.
in Sullivan.
MJ Sullivan's
Yes.
in Mount Sinai on Route 25A.
April.
Good job.
Home of the cannoli and the...
I just got invited today.
But I knew where it was.
I don't know where it was.
You posted it on Facebook.
You're so mean to me. How sorry.
It's too
You lost
easy. It's
control of
just
the
too
show.
easy.
All right.
I'm embarrassed.
He did a great job. No, I have to say, a big round of applause.
Oh,
Richie
yeah.
Ragu
Big round of applause.
did a great
for the
job
Mike Dillon fundraiser.
for the
It
Mike
was so
Dillon
fun.
fundraiser.
It was really.
It was hard.
I'm really sorry I missed it. I
And
really-
who have you been thanking still today? Look into the camera.
I've been thanking your wife Nancy, the restaurant,
Name the restaurant.
Tom Neely,
What's the name of the
Waterfront.
on the waterfront in Patchogue.
I could have been a contender.
JJ Boy couldn't show up because he had to work, but
Tom Mealy, Vicky
Les
Mealy.
Deegan,
Yes, Tom
Tommy
Mealy,
Moore.
Tom Mealy, Vicky Mealy. There's so many.
No, but
Paul
my wife.
Bond.
I just wanted you to say my wife. That's all.
I did. I said it first. I said it first.
You said that first, Nancy.
I said Nancy first.
Nancy
Because
Gagootz
really it was
Wazooty.
like a lot of people.
Without Nancy behind the scenes, she brought the shit right back up. She's
you
beautiful. She's just awesome.
Ship. I think he said ship.
Ship.
Okay.
he said ship. Yeah.
I got new teeth. Honest. Just drilled in. Oh, look, I don't want to show you.
And he's still on the
And he's
Nova
still on
Gas.
the gas.
The
Still
gas.
got the gas.
Hey, we're Italian. We got a lot of gas.
Yes.
That
But
explains
anyway,
a lot.
we ended up
Yeah.
having like 70-something people there, and it was just.
Felt like it was more than that. You couldn't
It looked. The
move.
pictures looked
Well,
like
we didn't
100.
count the Dillons. So
The
we
Dillons?
we counted everybody coming in,
The family, the Dillon family.
and it was 70 people plus.
Wow.
That was great. That was
And
good.
for 3 hours, it was nonstop laughter, fun, eating, and drinking. It was absolutely.
By the
All right.
time I had to come from the city, by the time I got there was no food left. I was so disappointed.
Just hero, right?
Yeah, I got the last piece of the hero and a little bit of macaroni. So you are cooking for me.
I promise.
You freaking better.
And he made meatballs. And
Yeah, I saw the pictures. I'm like, where? There was no meatballs.
I owe you.
You do.
I promise. I do.
You will.
I will.
So anyway, I believe the timing we were cut off for a minute, so we're going to take a break. I think we're going to show our. I'm so confused. We're going to show the video of our video contest, which is a nostalgic comedy video with some comedians you may recognize from the 80s. You won't recognize.
I
you
won't. I wasn't even born yet.
No, you were. So you watch this nostalgic video, and then we'll be right back with our guests.
No way.
You're watching the Gagootz Show on Madhouse
Oh, wait.
TV.
The Genie Power Show.
The Genie Powers.
How do you get?
Steve O.
Well, thank you. Cut that out. Thank you. Thank you very much. My name is Steve O, and this is Steve O's Comedy Cable, and this is a first. Actually, this is the first local Long Island talk show, and we are very, very proud to be presenting it to you. Let me tell you a little bit about the show right up front here. It's a ripoff. We thought it was okay for Letterman to rip off Carson. It's okay for Alan Thicke to rip off Letterman. Who'd get upset if we ripped off Joe Franklin? So no, I kid. Big fan of Joe Franklin's. I hope one day to have him on the show. A little about the show. It's a comedy show. The focus will be on comedy, but we will have variety for you as well. The budget comes in at about $3 a week. Our budget is sponsored by the refunding of bottles. I guess it's about time I introduce my cohorse and cohort in time. No, it's time I introduce my co-host and cohort in crime, Melvin George II. Great introduction. It's a great introduction.
Yeah, you gave me a great introduction too.
My horse in crime.
What do you think? Isn't this great? We're making history here in Long Island.
I don't know. I haven't really had much of a chance to look around, actually.
Well, let me give you a little 10-cent tour, shall I?
Sure, I'd be happy to if I got
Make that $2. No, keep the money. Keep the money.
Okay.
Behind you is our mystery door.
This right here is the mystery door, and what's such a mystery about it? What does it say? Restroom on the other side?
No, you never know who's going to come out of there. This is
That's the mystery door. So.
See what I mean? You never know who's going to come out of that.
I see. Well, I'm going to have to get a lock on that thing. Anyway, well, gee, this is a panic for us, isn't it? This is going to be a lot of. Can we try this panel out?
Sure, come on over here. So I built this place myself. I must commend myself.
You did quite a job,
See
really.
those bricks?
Yes.
Put them there piece by piece.
Piece by piece. How many pieces?
I don't know. Ask Pergaments.
Yeah.
I actually pledged this.
You pledged it?
I pledged it.
So Jerry will be coming to get it.
No, actually it'll be Channel 13. But in
I
any
was
case,
close, wasn't I? Hey, we did that at the same time. Did you notice that?
I
Let's
didn't
try that
notice
again. Ready? Here we go.
Whoa,
That's good. Hey, that's
wow,
chemistry. I think we
like
have
that.
something. We could have a show here, I think.
Chemistry? I'd rather have the chemicals myself.
This kid's watching, and I don't think that's a good idea.
Sure,
I guess so. Now we're going into our first commercial break.
This is it?
This is it. This is history. First commercial break. I'm very excited about this. Something I've always wanted to say. We'll be right back. What's my line? That is my line. What are they? Oh, now this is ridiculous. That is my line, and these guys come out here before my very first commercial break. What the hell? What does this guy mean? We will be right back. What does he mean?
If it was your line, you were the one.
What does he mean?
Like I said, we'll be right back.
Oh, please stick around. We will be back with Jewish soul food and a lot of other fun as we continue our show. And
Steve, we were just cooking lunch backstage. We wonder if you'd be able to settle an argument by tasting some of this, please.
It's good, Steve. It's very good.
Looks good.
I told you we should have taken the tinfoil off first.
We'll be right back.
Old Spice body spray will make you feel so powerful to blow your mind right in front of your face.
Goodbye.
Oh no! Power!
Automatic freshness, softness, and static control has never been easier with the Bounce dryer bar. I just stick it to the inside of my dryer, and I never have to remember.
Oh, Old Spice body spray makes you smell like power! It's so powerful it sells itself in other people's commercials. You smell like outdoor freshness.
You smell like power.
Yeah, I do. Power! Power!
And we're back with the Gagootz Show.
We talked about this.
We did?
Yeah, we did. It's the Genie Power Show.
The Genie
until
Power
March 31st.
Until March 30th. And then,
Well, actually, March 10th, you could have your show back, but then March 17th, it's my show.
yeah, next week is going to be a fun show.
No, it won't be, because I will not be here, so good luck.
Oh, a lot of surprises. A lot of surprises. Big surprise. And then at the end of the month, it's going to become the Nicole LaMonaco show all over again.
Yeah. I know.
But you'll be back, Jeannie. We're going to work. You'll be back. You'll be.
I've had such a good time.
So did I. I had a great time. And you got to come back for the fan club. Only kidding, Nancy. Only kidding. Please. The Areola fan club.
Areola Yoga Pancake Fan Club.
Well,
so, Stevie.
Yeah.
Do you think you're ever going to come out with a CD?
A CD?
Yeah. I mean, you've been doing this for so long.
You know, I've done CDs, and I'm never happy with it. It's just like, it's so hard for me. It's like,
So
I
did
hate
you
it.
make the CD?
Yeah, I got like a ton of crap. CDs,
It's a CD
DVDs,
full of
but
crap.
I never feel like it's good enough. I do want to do it, though. I found a little place in
So you
Port
do
Jeff.
want to do one, yeah?
There's a little place in Port Jeff, a little intimate crowd. I'm going to be doing my one-man show there again. Welcome
Where?
to Long
What
Island.
place?
It's
'Cause
called
I'm always-
Performing Arts Studio of New York, and it's right next to Pasta Pasta on
Yes,
Main
it
Street.
is. I know where it is because I always eat it toast.
And it's a cute little space.
It's a food place. I know where it is.
It holds about 75 people, and it's like a black box theater. And I want to do my one-man show there, and I want to do a real professional CD there.
Good.
So that's the goal.
What other projects do you have coming up?
Well, I'm here to announce another.
Oh, that's right. You have big news. What's
Big
your
news.
big news?
Another, I know, it's like becoming a joke with me, all these one-man shows I have. But I have a new one coming out. I haven't
One
even
is
written
the
it yet.
loneliest number.
Haven't even written it yet. And it's called Stevie Rocks, Reminiscing with a Rockaholic. 'Cause I don't know if you notice about me, but I'm a huge music fan.
Nice.
All right? And the whole idea is it could be a one-man show, but I'm going to have a band on stage with me.
An actual band?
An actual band, and I'm going to live out my rock and roll past right live in front of the audience.
Are you going to wear a wig or something?
I'm going to do. I don't even know what I'm going to do. I haven't even written it yet.
Sounds
So-
like it could be. Now, you were saying earlier.
Stevie Rocks.
In the green room we were talking, and you said you do a different show. You always come up with something different.
Well, you know what the problem is? I've been doing this almost 20 years, on and off, mostly for the last 18, pretty straight. And after a while, you know, you can't do bringer shows anymore. I have nobody. I'm like, at Thanksgiving, my family ignores me. It's like, here comes Stevie. He's going to ask us to come to one of his shows. It's like I'm selling Amway. Last Thanksgiving, I had to eat in the car. I wasn't even allowed to at the kids' table because I'm going to invite them to a show. So what I got to do is keep reinventing myself. I have to create a new show. I'm like Madonna and David Bowie and Lady Gaga all in the same dress. That's what I am. So I got to keep reinventing with Larry David's voice. So that's what I got to do.
You do have his voice.
Larry David, pretty good. So I got to keep reinventing myself so I can get the same people to come see me over and over.
And the Groucho didn't do good for you?
Groucho did great when I got it in Newsday. But
Right.
once it was out of Newsday, people were like, I'm not going. I don't want to go.
Well, I saw you as Groucho twice.
I've done
So I wouldn't
Groucho
go
like
again.
30 times, so I'm done with Groucho. I'm sick of him. It's time to bury him. He's
You're
dead.
even sick of Groucho.
Groucho's dead to me. He's dead to everybody.
I wanted
especially
him to
me.
come here as Groucho. And
He
wouldn't.
did. Well, he's frozen. I got him in a box in my garage. He's done. He's frozen. I opened it up and he's like this. He's next to Disney. Oh, frozen. Disney's frozen on ice. Can you get any more redundant? Disney's frozen on ice. At the Coliseum of Nassau Coliseum, of Redundancy Coliseum. So there's going to be Stevie Rocks reminiscing with a rockaholic coming in the summer of
24.
2027. Don't push me.
But you're working. That was your big announcement.
That's it. I have nothing else.
It's like my reality show.
And how about you, Richie? You have
A reality show coming out, naked, and everybody else is afraid.
Naked and everyone else is afraid?
And you're hosting. You're going to be
There's
hosting.
no fan club there.
No.
No.
That'll have a great audience.
God,
for the
nobody
blind.
wants to unsee that.
Fan club for the blind.
Yes. The seeing eye
I'm
dogs will be
playing
lining
April
up to
11
see
at
you.
Peaches at Mount Sinai.
And
At MJ Sullivan's.
Thank you.
And every
125
Wednesday.
Every Wednesday we're having an open mic night still on the waterfront.
And what time is that?
It starts at 7:32.
Oh, I'm going to come. I want to come to that.
Oh, absolutely. Come down.
Go, Stevie. I might go tomorrow.
Chris Roche.
When is it?
Every Wednesday.
I'm busy.
Is there going to be food? Is there food?
Yes.
There's food?
If there's food, maybe I'll show
And
up.
then every Sunday there's a workshop with Alfredo Gagootz over here.
A workshop?
At 12:30.
What are you
Yes.
doing?
Benny Rizzuti. I'm doing
Yes,
a comedy
Benny Rizzuti.
workshop.
Really?
From 12:30 to 3.
Uh-huh.
And we're doing improv. So different improv exercises.
We
free
did
stand.
improv, you and I,
it's
Joan
only
St. Ange
$10.
at the
Yeah.
McGuire's back in
Right.
1942.
And I couldn't get I couldn't get Joan St. Ange to teach it anymore, and
She
I
was
wanted
great.
to do improv. She
It was
the best.
$10 a person.
That's it. And
This is
on
still
top of that,
$10, but we do improv for the first half,
Right.
and then we critique each other's material. And
That's fun.
And
so we
after
do.
that,
It was you and me, and Al Isaacs was in that group, and
All
Steve
kind-
Strangio. Remember
Al
Steve
Isaacs.
Strangio?
Yeah.
And J.J. Boyd, I think, maybe was a part of that.
There was a lot of people.
Everybody showed up.
I was taking it with Steve Laszlo and
Laszlo.
Laszlo,
He's
yeah.
out in Florida now, I think.
And after the
big
show,
headliner.
after the workshop,
He was always great.
After the workshop, there's music.
there's music after.
Yeah, music. What you sing?
On the
No, I don't no more.
What do you do? You can sing on the moon hits your eye. Oh, I got a good city, Gagootz pizza pie.
No, there's usually a band or a
I feel
rock
like I'm
band.
drunk sitting next to him.
You are. You're getting a contact high.
No,
It's the teeth.
that's not nice.
It's the sweet air.
Woohoo!
Nice talk.
Is this over?
You're having fun, right? You're having fun.
So, Stevie, who was your favorite headliner?
They-
Favorite headliner?
He's moving over.
Oh, I've opened for a lot of people recently.
I know,
I've been
but
pretty
who was
lucky.
your favorite?
I got to tell you, number one, Bobby Collins. Love,
Oh, I love
love,
him.
love,
Yeah,
love
love
him.
him.
I
Great
do
guy
too.
on and
He's
off
great.
stage. Makes me laugh from beginning to end, wall to wall. Love him.
Very funny, man. Very funny.
I
Love
saw him
him.
for the first time this year at the Patchogue Theater.
Phenomenal.
Yeah.
Really?
Brings
That's
the
your
house
favorite
down.
guy?
I'll tell you a story. Like back in the 80s, late 80s, early 80s, I went to a comedy club with my wife. We just got married. I'm married like 33 years now. And we saw Bobby Collins. And I watched Bobby Collins. Yeah. We're giving it 8 more. I watched Bobby Collins and I said, I want to do this. He made me want to do comedy. He's the guy. And then I opened for him like 4 times recently. So it's like
4 times, yeah.
it like comes full circle, you know. It's like really an honor. I love him. He's my favorite. But I opened for Dennis Miller and Louis Anderson.
that was
I'm
at
going
the
to drop.
Paramount, wasn't
I'm going
it?
to drop names now.
Good,
yeah, the
drop
Paramount.
Yeah, drop names.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dennis Miller. These are all Louis Anderson, Rob Schneider,
What happened to
Kevin
Dennis Miller?
Pollack.
Where is Dennis Miller?
Dennis Miller's. He does the with the guy with the other guy, the lion guy. What's the guy that lies now?
Brian Williams?
O'Reilly.
Oh, he's on TV.
Bill O'Reilly. He does the show with Bill
O'Reilly.
O'Reilly
Richard Lewis.
News, right?
on Fox.
Fox, Bill O'Reilly.
Well, Dennis Miller was good, but the problem with Dennis Miller is he's preaching to the choir. It's like everybody in his audience were like white Republicans, so he doesn't have to even say anything.
Hey, yeah.
But he was good. He was funny. He was a nice guy.
I always thought he
But
was
Bobby Collins is my favorite.
Yeah?
Yes, by a long shot.
He did football too.
That's it. With
Yeah, he did football. He didn't know
He
fight,
is.
but we're wrapping it
Dennis
up.
Miller did. Yeah.
Yes.
We're wrapping it up. I do want to mention that this weekend, the Comedy Workshop on Sunday. Saturday, I'm going to, there is a new theater, comedy theater at the South Shore Experience, and it's called South Shore Black Box Theater.
Oh, yes.
And I have a bumper that I've shown on here. It's Montauk Highway in Lindenhurst. And it's a great show. I'm going Saturday to see it. And I told the host, Alan Scott, that I'm going to talk about the show like crazy. And he promised me that Benny Rizzuti is going to be, if this is a successful one, I'll be next month. I'll be at the,
place again,
so the
Benny?
Black Box Theater. There, Kathy Arnold.
Oh, my friend Mike Keegan's
Mike
going to be
Keegan
on
will
it.
be there. Alan Scott will host.
Kathy Arnold.
Sheila Smiley, Kathy Arnold.
Where in Lindenhurst?
Jeff Cole.
Where?
Jeff
Elaine
Cole
Lapoga.
In Linden.
with
yeah.
the plungers.
Jeff Cole with the
Brooke
plungers.
Arnold.
I
Sheila
remember
Smiley.
Jeff
On
Cole.
Montauk Highway, 315 West Montauk Highway, Lindenhurst.
Okay.
Beautiful
The,
area.
the South Shore Black Box.
Nice
Theater.
German. Nice
South
German
Shore
place.
Black Box Theater. And I'm going to go there. It's only $15.
Yep, tickets are $15.
You should go. Support live comedy
Yeah, support live.
You can find them on
Absolutely.
Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
on the Twitter.
The South Shore.
If ISIS
Theater
doesn't take
Experience.
over Twitter. You know, if ISIS takes over Twitter, we're only going to be able to do 127 characters.
And Italian ice.
They're going to
Right. Chop,
That is-
chop.
ISIS
use
on my
it.
driveway. Nobody cares.
Now he's doing his Facebook jokes. If you're a friend of Stevie G's Facebook.
I have a lot of
So what
Facebook
do you
jokes.
got anything going on? You got anything going on this weekend?
No, I'm taking a break this
You've
weekend.
got nothing?
I've got nothing this weekend. I'm going to that show to enjoy that show, and
Oh,
Sunday
okay.
I have the workshop.
I'm going to see
taking a
Rich-
break
Maybe
because
I'll go to the show too.
You should. You should do some time. You should go up on stage.
Yeah, we heard all about
And
you.
fill up that rumor.
I heard you
Yeah, I
good.
heard all
You heard
about
I'm
it.
good, right?
Very good.
Yeah. I'll bomb.
I'll just go up. You can make fun of me for 5
No,
minutes.
you would. You have
I'm going to go
natural-
see
you have
Richie
natural
Walker and
Well,
Steve
as
right now.
usual, Friday I will be on LI News Radio.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's right.
Yep, 103.9 FM at 648, 748, and 848 with your Hollywood hit list entertainment wrap up.
And we're going to wrap it up here. Thank you for watching the Gagootz
Genie
Show.
Power Show.
The
My
Genie Power
God.
Show.
Can't you take direction?
You can give Madhouse the check for next month.
Where's
I
my
don't have
check?
a problem
Where's
with
my
that.
check?
Signed, sealed, delivered.
Your check?
Do I get a check?
Yeah. Jeannie's going to give it to you. It's her show, and
I got
mine.
cash. I got cash.
You got cash? Yeah, yeah. Let's sell
We'll
your
talk
teeth.
later.
We're going to sell your teeth.
No, you're not.
Sell those new
No,
teeth.
you're not. I think you're so mean today.
This is not mean. This is just me. This is normal.
Anyway,
me.
are we saying goodbye or what?
We're getting a bye.
Bye. See you next Tuesday.
Oh, yay! See you next Tuesday. You
Bye.
won't see me next Tuesday, but I'll be back on St. Patrick's Day.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to wear green.
All right, cool. I might too. Wait
Yeah,
till
you're going
see
to go
it.
shopping for a green jacket?
Yes.
We should come dressed in like top hat.
Yeah, I'll see if I can
Stuff.
get
I'm
us
gonna get
hats
some-
at the dollar store.
Oh, tiny
We're
Gagootz
still
hat.
on?
Top of the morning.
Yeah.
We're still on. Still waiting.
Hold on.
You were second lane.
See you next Tuesday.
See you next.
When I was a lad, I was a little bit shy. Something came along, caught my eye. When I heard the jazz band strike up, I swear I had my mind made up. Now I'm getting older, and everything is in full swing. Now I'm getting bolder, boy, gotta do that thing. Used to walk alone with the rest, got something on my own. Oh, baby, you got a little something, darling, you got a little something new, find a little something new. Broke away somehow. That's why I'm swinging it. Got my own thing now.
Jacqueline Harris has a Master in Social Work from Fordham University. She is a producer and talk show host of I Have a Dream Too, Empowering You. She is also the founder and CEO of a nonprofit organization called I Have a Dream Too, Inc. I had to. Just ask me. Jacqueline is an entrepreneur, empowerment coach, motivational speaker, and visionary. She believes that all people can redefine their purpose, their place, and their possibilities through determination, persistence, and tenacity. Jacqueline has begun to crystallize her goals. Without difficulty, she continues to make plans daily to achieve all possibilities. With her supreme confidence, determination, and disregard for obstacles and other people's criticisms, she will carry out her plans. Why? I have a dream too. Jacqueline knows she can dream anything she wants to dream. That's the beauty of the human mind. Jacqueline can do anything she wants to do. That is the strength of the human will. Most importantly, Jacqueline trusts herself to test all limits. This will be Jacqueline's courage to succeed. Come join me on this journey of empowerment because you have a dream too.
And I'm here this evening with a special guest of mine, straight from Los Angeles, California, and he is the founder of Falcon Youth and Family Services. His name is Mr. Keith Johnson, and I found him through the Rachel Ray show. I was watching it, and I was just so impressed by his compassion for youth, especially young minority boys, and it making a difference positively in their lives to go from boys to men. So we're going to take a look at a little short clip in reference to what he is doing and how he's making a profound difference in Los Angeles, California.
Couple, they're also from Los Angeles, and they use football to help kids not only on the field but off the field too. They are a remarkable couple. Meet them. Watch this.
It is easier to raise boys than it is to fix men. And so we're going to raise you to become a man. Do you understand?
Yes, Coach.
Who are we? Who are we?
We're the founders of Falcon Youth and Family Services, a sports-based youth development program here in South Los Angeles.
We have mentoring. We have an MIT program, which means men in training, ladies in training, tutoring, life skills. We have our summer food program. We have our snack program. We try to feed them because they may not have eaten all day.
Today's menu is meatballs with my world's famous secret recipe sauce. I take a lot of pride in cooking the food. It's an expression of love. It's one thing to have a meal. It's another thing to enjoy the meal that you're having.
Go!
We monitor our kids in school every week. Kids who don't do that well, who don't bring back good reports, they can't go to practice. We decided that this program will be something different, that it would provide the kids with the activity that they loved, but provide for them the services that they need. South Los Angeles is a very interesting community that has an element of crime, gangs, drugs, and that element unfortunately overshadows the people who are living here just trying to raise their family in a loving, productive way. Some of our babies are forced to grow up too soon. So I want them to be at a place where they can be a kid.
There is no I in team, but there is an I in win. And if you want to win, you need to play like a what? You need to play like a what?
I grew up in the foster care system. It was hard. It was hard because as a child, the only thing you long for is affection, and love, the intention of being home. And so, although I had a home, I felt homeless. My mom passed, and at the time that my mom passed, both of my brothers were in prison. My brother placed a call to me, and he said, "You know what, Keith, I'm really proud of you. But for years you've been saying, Mama gave you away, Mama gave you away. What you need to understand was you weren't given away, you were rescued." He doesn't know this. Hopefully when he when he sees this, he'll understand it. That it probably was the most powerful statement that anybody's ever made to me. And it's a statement that I tell my kids in foster care that I work with now. One of the challenges in running a program like ours is funding. Money is needed. We do fundraisers and we write grants. We have minimal fees for our participants. Unfortunately, we've had to turn kids away because they simply don't have the funds. They're struggling now. We've done much with little. We can do a great deal more if we had a little more.
Keith and Karen are two very special people. I think that what they do is really, really awesome. I do.
This program helps you with everything, how to be a better man, how to get your grades up, how to take care of your mom and elders and stuff like that.
My nickname is Prez or Coach Prez. My babies know beyond a shadow of a doubt that Prez love.
There you go, Steph. Okay. Yes, welcome back. Keith Johnson, we are here with you. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Good. Welcome. Here. Oh, great, great, great. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Thank you.
Good. We just took a look at the clip and talked about your program and what you do in Los Angeles, California. You shared your story and so forth, and I felt it was important that you share openly again in terms of how you are empowering communities, how you are empowering boys to become men. And so where did this again start for you, and how are things going today?
Well, we've been around youth sports for probably about the last 25, 30 years. I have two sons that played youth football. One's 35 now, and the other's 22. So we've been actively involved with youth sports. However, about 10 years ago, Jim by the name of Snoop Dogg, some of your listeners may know of him,
course.
Started the Youth Football League in Los Angeles, and we were initially part of that Youth Football League. Subsequently, we moved on to another organization. But the thought came when the league was started. My thought was the last thing we needed was another youth football league. What we really needed was a league that not only played sports, but also focused in on the aspect of youth development. So we came up with an idea of something called sports-based youth development, where we utilize the power of sports, the social capital that comes along with coaching, to actually begin to impact the lives of kids both on and off the field. And so again, we looked at our community and said, you know, what are some of the challenges that our babies face? And that would be education, that would be health and wellness, that would be a lack of mentor role models, that would be character development. And so we just kind of put together a program that we would train our coaches to become mentors and have areas of focus that target character, health and wellness, leadership, and education enrichment.
Great. And so what's happening today? I know you were featured on the Rachel Ray Show, as we said. How have things changed for the group now?
Well, I mean, obviously, when you're on a national television show and you get that type of exposure, you have a variety of people throughout the country that want to support your work. So we've had seen an increase in our donation.
Having some technical difficulties here in the studio. That can happen. So we will take a break and we'll be right back.
Guys, ready for the show? Yeah. Enjoy.
Let our creativity work for you. We design business cards, brochures, annual reports, newsletters and magazines, menus and programs, flyers and mailers, signs and posters, and more. We also do voiceovers. First impressions matter. Make yours count with an expressive voice artist. Distinctive, warm, soothing, natural delivery that can add believability and appeal to any audio project. Contact us to discuss how we can make your project a success. Sierra Graphics. That's info@sierragraphics.com.
We're going to do a live commercial. Hi, I'm Renee Marie. I'm the president of Language of Love Incorporated Foundation. I'm really happy to tell you that we're going to be doing a Language of Love telethon on March 29, 2015 from 2 p.m. to 8 p.m. Please look for the location on my website, ReneeMarieLanguageOfLove.org. And once again, it's ReneeMarieLanguageOfLove.org. And the show will be hosted on the Madhouse TV. It really is important for you to be aware of strokes and aphasia. Strokes is the third leading cause of death in America and the first leading cause of disability. And it really is something that plays no favoritism. And it also really comes when you're not expecting. Nobody expects to have a stroke, and nobody expects to suffer from aphasia, and it really does make a huge impact in your life and change your life in one split second. So we look forward to having everyone join us once again on March 29, 2015 from 2 p.m. to 8 p.m. And you can follow us on ReneeMarieLanguageOfLove.org. Once again, it's ReneeMarieLanguageOfLove.org. And we look forward to seeing you. God bless.
Old Spice body spray will make you feel so powerful to blow your mind right in front of your face. Goodbye. Oh no! Power!
Automatic freshness, softness, and static control has never been easier with the Bounce Dryer Bar. I just stick it to the inside of my dryer, and I never have to remember.
Oh, Old Spice body spray makes you smell like power! It's so powerful it sells itself in other people's commercials. You smell like outdoor freshness.
You smell like power.
Yeah, I do. Power! Power!
Try this routine to feel fresh and clean. Pair Charmin Fresh Mates with your Charmin.
Oh, Spice body spray is too powerful to stay in its own commercial. That's right. Power. Old Spice body spray can change a regular smelling man into a man who smells like power.
Now, how is this? Wow, you know what? I actually do feel more powerful.
Potato chips! Power! It's me.
Right. Welcome back to the show. We had some technical difficulties, but that's okay. We'll be connecting back with Mr. Johnson, but in the meantime, we're going to continue to take a look at all the great, wonderful stuff that he's doing with Falcon Youth and Family Services. So let's take a look.
Southern California kids, so we decided to introduce you guys to an amazing couple, also from Southern California, Keith and Karen. They lead this program to help kids in football and cheerleading, but it's about so much more. They give them access to great nutrition. They cook for them literally. They give them great life advice for off the field. They're just really something special. We wanted to do something special for them, so we sent them a fellow Falcon. Check out what happened during Tony's visit.
You held your ground this time. Now move him the next time. You can do it, son.
I caught the truck out of my peripheral vision. I seen it and I'm like, okay, well, that's his background for the show.
I am so serious. Big Daddy wants to
everybody, do you understand?
Hey there,
Oh,
SoCal
wow.
Falcons. Listen up and gather round. This future Hall of Famer started playing football as a kid right here in Southern California, just like you guys. He's a legendary tight end, and today this 14-time Pro Bowler is here with you. Put your hands together for one of the greatest to ever play the game, Tony Gonzalez.
I'm looking at Tony Gonzalez and I'm like, wow. Here, taking the time out to see our babies, and he's a Falcon. He's a Falcon. And he's one of the greats.
I'm Tony Gonzalez, like I said, and guess what? I was a former Falcon, and I'm so happy to be here with you guys. You guys ready to get to work? Yeah! All right. Falcon Jumping Jacks, are you ready? To see the reaction from the kids, from the coaches, and obviously Keith and Karen, it puts joy in my heart. And it just lets me know that it's all worth it, man. There is something good going on out here with these guys. All right, guys, I got a little something special for you guys. And this is from the NFL Play 60, and they're all about keeping kids active and healthy, and that's what you guys have been doing just by being out here. I was that kid sitting there taking that knee, looking up, listening to an NFL football player come talk to us, and it's such a big impact.
To have an NFL player here is like really a once-in-a-lifetime experience, and I've never met one. I've really always wanted to meet like someone big like Tony Gonzalez. I was really honored.
You guys run an incredible program here. I can tell by the passion and the way these kids are responding that you guys are doing something great, and I'm so glad to be a part of it. And on behalf of Rachel Ray, myself, and the NFL, here is the check for you guys it's a blank check, I'm going to write in the number, for $10,000 for you guys. Best moment of the day, the reaction of Keith and Karen. We were able to present to them the $10,000 and support the program.
We probably got about 30 parents out there who still owe football fees. You can tell those parents that their fees are taken care of. Thank you, baby.
And I'm happy I'm here.
$10,000. And we were like, oh my goodness. And the first thing comes to my mind is the parents who need support. Thanks to Rachel Ray, Tony Gonzalez, NFL. Thank you. Awesome.
I am so glad that I'm able to come out here and be a part of this with you guys. And there's one more thing. You guys are coming out to New York to be on the show with us, with me and Rachel Ray. So get ready for that. We're going to have some fun. We're going to have some fun. We're going to have some fun.
Thank you.
Okay?
We're going to New York. When you really put your mind to do something, the universe comes together and makes it happen. And it happened today for us. And we're so excited.
You look great. You look great.
They look like they're on their own little team.
They look like a little dance team right here.
So cute, a little salt and pepper.
Yeah, I got to coordinate
So
it. Good.
cute. All right, let's sit at the table and chat for a minute. Okay. Karen, why don't you take the outside there? Gentlemen, you go on the inside. Well, first of all, welcome to New York. You were so excited.
Yes.
You're enjoying great weather, too. It's so beautiful.
Yes.
Beautiful. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So, you know, the $10,000, will that go a long way for you guys with the program that you're...
Well, first it made an immediate impact. Immediate impact. As we stated, we had some parents who was really struggling and paying.
Right.
And so when we received the
They had a
check,
good time.
the very first thing that we can think about is let's take care of those parents. That's one stress that they don't have to worry about. And we want to say thank you because the other portion of the money is going to go to buy uniforms. It's been 5 years since we purchased uniforms for our babies.
Wow.
And so next year is going to be our 10th year anniversary. And so we're going to be able to get brand new uniforms for the 10th year. We're excited about that. We're excited about that.
That's great. That's great. You know what I love? I love how you keep calling them babies.
Oh, they're
That
my
is just great. They're your babies. But also, you know, as we saw on the tape, you're from the foster care system.
Right.
This is volunteer work for you.
Yes.
I mean, you're not getting paid for this. What is the most rewarding part about this, and how do you keep it going?
You know, the most rewarding part for us is to see a smile on a kid's face, that, you know, that we're doing something in his life that makes him happy. Because the best thing in life is to see a happy child.
In addition to that, you know, child should be full of love, learning, and laughter. So we want to make sure that they receive those 3 L's. But then, unfortunately, the community that we live in has many challenges. And so many of these babies take the foundation that we're helping with the parents, and they go to the next level. We have many kids that are in college. We have many kids that are on athletic scholarships. We have a young man who received a foundation scholarship. He traveled Europe all year long. He's a quarterback for Ivy League school. One of our players was recently drafted by...
And we're back with Mr. Johnson and the Falcon Youth and Family Services. And I apologize for any technical difficulties that may has occurred, but we are here, and you know, we've been able to view in full the clip from the show, and it's just such an inspiration to see the work that you're putting into these young boys. Just continue to talk about that a little bit more.
Well, yeah. So again, as I stated before, that we just simply decided that we would use sports as the vehicle to launch our boys to a next level. That we shouldn't just simply teach them how to run, how to throw, how to catch, how to pass. That we needed to use that social capital that came along with sports, period. And so the real key is our coaches, that they're now our mentors, and that they incorporate some of the life skills and lessons that our babies need to learn on a daily basis. So it's really important that we focus in on academics, that we focus in on health and wellness, that we focus in on values and character. You know, our motto is it's time to teach new school kids old school values.
Right.
And so we want to utilize that time to begin to bring those values back to our babies.
And I like the way that you say your babies, because that takes ownership, but it also brings value, which is extremely important in our youth today, and placing the value and helping them to understand their self-worth, which also brings them the character that they need to evolve. So I like the fact that you take that ownership as if you gave birth to these young boys.
Correct.
Now, you do other things in terms of, you do some cooking, I understand, as well.
Yeah. Cooking is a passion of mine. It is an absolute passion. I have a benefit of traveling a lot and enjoying the dining experience throughout the country. We want to bring some of that back home again to our babies. And so 2 years ago, we signed up with a program called the Summer Food Service Program, which literally allows us to prepare meals for kids within our city. So during the summer, we prepare about 1,000 meals a day to kids throughout Los Angeles. It's meals that literally, I have a team that cooks. I do most of the cooking of the meat. But they're full meals. Your servings, your vegetables, your proteins, your grains, your milk product. And initially, we could have been what's called vended, meaning we could go out and get people to prepare the meals and take them to the babies. But again, it's important. It's important that they understand love. And for Black people, our food is a way of expressing the love that we have for the people that's around us. And so we decided that we will cook daily for those babies and provide them a home-cooked meal as opposed to something produced in a factory.
Right. That's excellent. So throughout all of this, you have actually redefined your purpose, because you didn't start off as doing this mentorship program, etc. Is that correct?
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
I was saying that you actually, through all of this, have redefined your purpose, because this is not something that you initially started out doing as a mentorship program. I think just
no, it's grown. No, it's grown. It's grown tremendously. My personal work is I'm a national speaker. I train social services departments on how to effectively work with boys, how to move them from a point of pain to a point of power. Most of that came from my personal experience in the foster care system, and I understood the steps that was needed to be that person that would break the cycle of challenges that took place in our family. And so what we simply decided to do was, if we're going to have a sports program, then let's do more. And it seems like every year we're adding another dimension to the work that we're doing. Again, as we said before, football, then academics, then health and wellness, then preparing meals, feeding our babies. Now we're taking another step. And the next step is we're going to begin to mentor other organizations to teach them how to expand their area of services, and literally to be able to go after the funding that they need. A lot of our sports programs really provide good services, but because they're only defined as a sports program, they can't get the mentoring money, or they can't get the health grant. So we're going to begin to train organizations both here and throughout the country on how to redefine yourself so that you can get those fundings to allow you to better serve your babies.
Yes, and that's one reason why I started the program after working 32 years in the field of child welfare and primarily in foster care system, and seeing that there's not many tools that are, or trainings that are available to help a lot of our youth. They're not walking away with a lot of the tools that are necessary to keep them empowered, but to be able to be successful in today's society. So I have you thought about coming to New York to offer those mentorship type of trainings for other social service organizations?
Listen, if someone from New York says come to New York, I would come. When I was there for the Rachel Ray Show, had a wonderful time, would love to come back, because the need is across the board. And here's the thing that we have to understand. One of the problems when it comes to working with our children is that there is misinformation given to our children about who they are in relationships to how they should be feeling. Meaning, most of the people give our children anger management courses. The reality of the situation is 99% of our kids do not have an anger issue. They don't understand emotion. They don't understand that anger is a secondary emotion, that they have a hurt issue or a rejection issue or a fear issue or depressed issue. And once we begin to help them understand what they really feel, and that those feelings, if not dealt with effectively, roll over into anger, they will always have problems. And so my challenge is helping people understand, teach our babies this wonderful word called emotion. They're neither good nor bad. They're designed to tell our babies how they feel, and then help them process their primary emotion so it doesn't have to roll over into anger. So again, our babies are just not getting the proper treatment because the people that surrounded them want to label them, but they're being mislabeled.
Right, I definitely agree, and basically we're a society that is not a feeling person, so most of the time if you ask someone how you're feeling, I'm good, I'm okay, and I'm all right, but it certainly is not a role model type of event that will help our youth to be able to describe their feelings, that I'm feeling hurt or angry, sad, whatever that may be. So it's definitely something that we need to role model for them to bring out the expression of their pain, their disappointment, their rejection. So I'm right on board with you with that. And again, it's about the whole empowerment and you know, reclaiming the confidence that's necessary so they can walk in triumph after they have gone through such programs as yours and many throughout the United States.
Correct. And then the other thing that's really important when we're working with our children is really to help them understand that they're not alone. That many people have experienced some of the same challenges they've experienced, and they've been successful. Now, one of my frustrations with people that work in foster care is they constantly want to give kids the statistics as it relates to the failures. That 50% of them homeless or 50% up ending in jail. Well, wait a minute. We have very successful people that were in foster care that never was homeless and never went to jail. Let's tell those success stories. Let's build their spirit, letting them know that you're not, you are a survivor, and that you have some strength inside of you that will help get you to the next level.
I call that standing in a circle of courage. And in that circle of courage are people that have your back. And like you said, there are many people that have been in foster care and quite successful. So there's a lot of work to be done throughout the United States, and so thankful that you've been able to come on the show and share the information of how you're empowering not only just black male and minority boys, but also girls as well that I see that are part of your program as well. So it's definitely something that's needed. Now, where can people find you if they want to do a donation or collaborate with you? Where can people find you?
They can find us at our website. Our website is I'm sorry, let me correct that. That's my email. FYFS.org.
Okay, and that's
It
the
stands
acronyms.
for Falcons Youth and Family Services.org.
Okay. And if they can also Google Falcon Youth and Family Services, and they could certainly find you located there in Los Angeles, California. Is there anything?
Sure, that would definitely.
Right. Is there anything that you can leave with our watching and listening audience about empowerment and what we need to do?
Well, one of the things I would just like to tell anyone that's listening, follow your passion. Do the things that will improve the lives of someone else, whether you get paid for it or not. Tell your story.
Yes.
Tell your story to your children, and tell your story to the people that you work with. People need to know that adults have had some challenges in their life, and that use those challenges not to bury them, but to empower them.
I agree.
And then the last thing, volunteer. Find an organization that works within the capacity of your passion and give that organization some time.
I wholeheartedly agree with that. And again, I want to thank you for coming on the show. We had some technical difficulties, but we were able to share and view all of your information in regards to Falcon Youth and Family Services and all the wonderful, great things that you're doing to help these young children come up and define what their purpose is in life so they can be successful citizens in this country, and even Los Angeles, which is a challenging area in itself. So again, I want to thank you for coming on, and we definitely are going to connect, and I will be keeping in contact with you in regards to the services that you're providing.
Thank you so much. Glad you reached out. Glad that I could be on. Forgive the technical difficulty on our end, and anything I can do to assist you in your work or help anyone else in New York, let me know.
I will definitely do that. Thank you, and have a great evening.
You too.
Great, and we'll be right back.
$1.3 million women are victims of physical assault by an intimate partner each year. According to the National Coalition Against Domestic Violence, the majority of cases aren't reported to the police. Most people who are in an abusive relationship don't even know they're in one. The truth is, all abusive relationships boil down to one thing: control.
How do you like it? My new dress.
Are you out of your mind? You look like a prostitute. We're not going out with you dressed up like that in public.
But what am I supposed to wear?
Wear something decent. You can't wear that out in public. We're going to be late. Get back in there and pick a different outfit. I'm going to go run some errands. I'll be back in 30 minutes. Please be ready, okay?
Fine, I'll change. Fine.
Abuse is not always physical, leaving wounds that are visible on the outside.
Emotional abuse is just as painful, only these wounds are hidden on the inside.
Are you out of your mind? You're crazy. You look like a prostitute.
Know that abuse is abuse, no matter what the form.
Look at me.
Oh my God, what's wrong with me?
Physical abuse scars the body,
I just wanted to love me.
but mental abuse scars the mind.
What you just saw was an example of a relationship that is emotionally abusive. Nobody has the right to tell you how to dress or how to act. If someone really cares for you, they won't tear you down. They will build you up.
How do you like it?
Wow. You look great. Fantastic. But then again, you look great all the time.
Thank you. I was hoping you'd like it. It's my new dress. I bought it just so we could go out tonight.
You look stunning.
Thank you. But I think I'm going to take a sweater just in case it gets cold tonight.
Great idea. I'm going to take one too. Let's go.
All relationships are not perfect, but a healthy relationship is when two people bring out the best in each other and have each other's good in mind. Take your time to know someone instead of rushing into something. It is better not to involve yourself with an abusive person than to try and get out of a domestic violence situation.
If someone is abusive to you and you need help, please call the Domestic Violence Hotline at 1-800-799-SAFE. That's 1-800-799-SAFE. They have highly trained experts available 24/7 who will speak with you confidentially and offer information regarding the unhealthy aspects of your relationship, resources, or immediate support for victims to find safety and live lives free of abuse. Domestic violence affects us all.
It affects us all.
Nos afecta a todos.
It affects us all.
모두에게 영향을 줍니다.
Che ci ricarte tutte.
It affects us all.
Domestic violence.
Yo, what's up, y'all? This is me, DMC, in the place to be, the greatest MC in history. There will never be an MC greater than me. And right about now, the only place for you to be is with the one and only Madhouse TV.
You are the man.
Time to make the donuts. Dunkin' Donuts are always fresh. I made the donuts. We make them at least twice every day. Time to make the donuts. Not a few kinds, like supermarket. Made the donuts. Time to make the donuts. But up to 52 varieties. The donuts. Time to make the donuts. I made the donuts. Dunkin' Donuts, up to 52 varieties, fresh day and night. No supermarket can say.
Welcome back to I Have a Dream Too. I'm your host, Jacqueline Harris, and I'm back here now with the beautiful, talented author, writer, motivational speaker, cancer survivor, Miss Jubilee Mosley. Welcome, Jubilee.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yes.
I'm excited to be here.
Thank you so much for coming in and sharing your story. When I talked with you, I was just so moved and just so, again, I use the word inspired by your passion, your charisma, your, the challenges that you've experienced. So when we talk about I Have a Dream Too, let's talk about that. Where does that all come from?
It comes from my upbringing. It comes from my faith in God. And it comes from just life's journeys. You really have to kind of listen along the way because as you listen along the way, you get to learn more about who you are. There's a lot of noise in life. Even thinking back to high school, there was a year where I just decided I was going to follow everyone.
Right.
And sometimes people attribute that to like being a teenager. But the truth is, if you are surrounded by those people, your entire life could be like that, where you're more of a follower, where you're more in tune with what other people's voices say, and then you don't even get to hear your own voice. Right. So it's like a life skill to learn how to hear God and to move in a direction that's really symbolic and representative of who you are as an individual, as opposed to what everyone else says you are.
Right. So you decided to give yourself a voice, and where did that lead you?
The voice led me to, I think, a greater place of freedom. I think through my life experiences, I learned that the best thing to be is an original. And that came through just great, pains and different experiences that weren't necessarily pleasant, but it was one of the greatest lessons I've learned in life is that you are an original, and it's better to be an original than it is to be a duplicate or a copy.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
So now you have 2 books. You're a motivational speaker. Where did this all come into? Now you had the voice. Now let me write about it.
Yep. Well, my dad always told me, he says, you're a writer. He's like, stop talking, just write it down, because sometimes my words would be very blunt or sharp or harsh. I didn't mean to. I just have always been a truthful person. And so I developed a very strong affinity for writing. And I've always just been a very good writer. And I started to write just different posts on Facebook, funny enough, about my son. And they were just funny. Like, he would do things like take his sock off and wipe his mouth after he ate spaghetti and meatballs, or try to use our toothbrushes to clean the bathtub, or he would call my husband Babe, open the basement door, go, Babe! And I'm like, no, Sid, you don't call him Babe, you call him Daddy. And they just gave us such great chuckles, so I would share them on Facebook. And people that I was aligned with would come and they would post, laugh out loud or what have you. And then one of my my very close friends, she said, you should write a book. And I was like, a book? No, it was just Facebook posts. And then another person that I'm really close to came and they're like, you should write a book. And then I actually gave it some thought. And I said, you know what? I do have enough material from this. He was then 2 years old, from this 2-year-old little boy, that I could write a book. And so the moment that I actually considered the thought and gave it a chance, I started to write it down, and then just one foot in front of the other. So I contacted a graphic designer, and they said, sure, we'll take the project on. We'd love to do that. Like, there aren't so many books out there with little brown boys in there as the main character. So they jumped at the opportunity, and then I went on to Amazon to find out about the writing process, put it together, and published it.
And it's called?
Dear Sid.
Dear Sid. ... Okay,
yes.
and it's a children's book.
It is.
Okay, which can be found on Amazon right now.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yep.
And so then your story takes a little turn, and then you become diagnosed with cancer. And not just cancer, an aggressive type of cancer. If you want to share a little bit about that and how that made a turning point in your life.
Yep, absolutely. So I heard you mention in the previous interview about this whole circle of courage, and that's really huge. So I was 26 years old. At the age of 25, I was accepted into a leadership program, which I think is like probably one of the best in the nation. And I was training to become a principal of an urban school. And the schedule is pretty hectic because you have just long days, you know, early mornings, late nights between doing my residency and also earning a master's degree as well in educational leadership. And so I had this lump and I discovered it, you know, as through a self-examination just in the shower. I went to different doctors and all that, and they said, oh, no, it's not cancer. You're too young for that. It's not cancer. It's probably, you know, some other kind of name they gave it, some kind of cyst, but not cancer. And then finally, one doctor said, we should do a biopsy. So they did a biopsy. It came back positive for cancer. It came back that the tumor was malignant. And so one day I'm at work, and I get a phone call. This is the result phone call. And I'm just trying, I can't figure out why the doctor won't tell me what I need to know, like on a voicemail or what have you. And so I go to the bathroom, I take the call, and she goes, Mosley, it's not good. You got to come in right now. It's cancer. It's bad. So I was 26. It was devastating. I grabbed my chest and I said, Jesus, be a healer to me, as tears just went down my face because it was just a very black moment. Called my husband a lot, but he was teaching, so he couldn't pick up and didn't know, you know, the urgency of it yet. Called my dad, and my dad started to, you know, pray on the phone. And then we went to the doctor to hear what they had to say. And after I heard what they had to say, I decided that I was not going to allow my perspective to align with their report. So I was not going to see myself as someone who had cancer. I never viewed myself as someone who had cancer. I thought, yes, there is a tumor, and it is cancerous. That can be removed, and I can be healed. So I went with that sort of thinking, and that's what helped me through. Chemotherapy, I wouldn't wish on my worst enemy. Went through it, lost all my hair. I was very cute, though. I was a cute bald person, honey.
Right.
You ain't never seen a baldy like mine.
Right.
Yes, it was a great baldy. You know, and it was very painful. It was very painful. But what I learned through the process that helped me is that you have to stay away from people who have pity parties. People mean well, but sometimes they just don't know how to help in those situations. And so sometimes people get offended, but you have to do what's best for your own kind of mentality and psyche so that you don't quit. Because there are many days where you could just quit. The pain is so great. Multiple surgeries, had to get a lumpectomy, had to get a port put in so that they could put the chemotherapy into my body, different shots. I lost my immune system. And so it was very tough. But I had prayer. I had the love of Jesus Christ. I had a praying mom, a praying dad, a mom that would stay with me, a husband that made sure that I was taken care of. And I had people who would constantly encourage and pray for me. I also didn't give up the things that brought joy into my life. So I also sing. I minister on Sundays, every Sunday morning at my own church. So when I was well, I would go and I would sing. And I tell people sometimes going through the process, people don't understand. You have ugly moments, and I had ugly moments where I would just stand and cry, and my mascara would just drench my face. But I was okay because I was making it through, because I was still alive, and I wasn't dead, and I still could smile, and I still could sing, and I still could dance. And when I was sick and when I didn't feel too well, I'd be in the bed. But when I got that energy back, I was back on it. And that's what I would encourage anyone, no matter if it's cancer or whatever you're going through in life, that you don't lose that courage. You don't lose the fact that you're still alive. And if you're still alive and you still have breath in you, then you have a life to live. You have things that you can accomplish, and you need to still go for it, because life is for the living. And I learned that, and not to quit, not to quit.
And it really falls into the line of, and saying all this, you may have not been, but I have a dream too, still. Okay, despite all of what I was feeling and experiencing and so forth, but I have a dream too. So it is a mental mind thing, in which the hope is to bring out to many people who are watching is that you can still have a dream despite hearing your story, okay, who may not even experience cancer and chemo, etc., but still live out your dream.
Absolutely.
And so now the turning point comes, you have now obviously beat the cancer, okay? And you've been cancer-free for
7 years.
7 years. Wonderful. Oh, I have to give it to you.
That's good.
That's beautiful. And so through that period of time, you've written another book. Okay. And that book comes as a result of being a cancer survivor. And again, it just allowed you to put you into what I always say, that circle of courage, to be able to stand forth and be able to design your passion.
Yep. Yep.
So the book, okay, we're going to take a short break, and we'll be right back. We'll come back and talk about the book.
Awesome.
All right, great. We'll be right back.
Hi, my name is Dr. Tom Dow. We have a multidisciplinary practice in Melville and Ronkonkoma, New York, and we treat patients with many, many different conditions, from newborns through geriatric patients with numerous different techniques. There's a technique and a type of treatment for every class of patient. We have them all here. Here's my son Thomas, also a doctor of chiropractic, working on one of our patients' cervical spine. This patient has had chronic neck pain for many, many, many years, has been to a multitude of different practitioners with little or no response. And with our specialized techniques, she has improved tremendously and continues to improve on a daily basis. We have two practices, one in Melville and one in Ronkonkoma, New York. We are a multidiscipline chiropractic office. What that means is we have chiropractors, massage therapists, acupuncturists, psychologists, all working as a team and a network of outside professionals such as orthopedists and neurologists that we work hand in hand with to help determine what your injuries are and the best way to treat your injuries. I have the great pleasure of having my son in practice with me. We work hand in hand, father and son, to give our patients the best care possible, and a staff which is loving, caring, and you'll never have to wait at all in our office for service. Many times patients come into our office and they have what's called a soft tissue injury. Soft tissue injuries are like scars inside your body. If you've ever been cut on the outside of your body, you get a scar. The same thing happens inside of your body to your muscles and ligaments. So our job is to determine where those are, stretch the muscles, adjust the vertebra back into their correct position, and then refortify the normal structure with exercise. That's what we do best, and I hope someday you'll come see us at one of our two offices. Thank you.
Welcome back. I'm here with Jubilee Mosley. As I said, beautiful, talented, motivational speaker, author, cancer survivor. And we're back talking about her second book, which is where she has redesigned her passion. And it is called Believers with Benefits, Tithing Testimonies.
Yes.
Look at you, girl. Second book, okay? Yes. Let's talk about that. Where does that come from?
Yep. It comes from learning at a young age the importance of giving, and that we are so blessed. You know, we have jobs, we have resources, we have food, and that a portion of that should go back to the giver, right? And I believe God is the life giver, and without Him, we can have nothing, right? It's in Him that we have all things, and so it's only right to give back to Him a portion of what He's given to us, and that's called tithing.
Right.
And so growing up, that was something that we were taught to do. And so from the time when I had my first job, I've been giving 10%. And I learned the importance of it, that it's not, if people say, well, how could you give to God? He doesn't need any money. Absolutely right. However, in order to do his work in terms of ministering to people, making sure that poor people have food, you know, that education happens the way it needs to happen, that the gospel of Christ goes out, that takes money, right, to be able to minister to those in need.
Right.
And so it's light, it takes money to turn on lights, all those things. And so in order to do that, you have to have people who are committed to giving to the cause. And so I learned that that is why I give my money for that.
Right. And you have a chapter in here called The Backstory. What is that?
The backstory. I'm talking about what I learned and really how backstory is what I learned when I was younger that impacts what I believe now about tithing. And so when I think about, I think in there I talk about when I was 19 and it was time to kind of buy a suit, or I think I wanted to do various things with the money. And my dad was like, wait a minute, tell me where your money's been going, because I got a little happy, you know, I had a little job, so I was buying things, but I wasn't necessarily prioritizing. And he said, listen, what you should do when you get your money is that you should make sure you save a little, make sure you know, do what you have to do, but make sure you always set aside your tithes and your offering, because you get increase by giving, right? A closed hand does not earn anything. You can't give to a hand that's closed. And so you always need to make sure that that's prioritized when you get a sum of money.
Right. And so this particular book also on Amazon right now. So anyone can go to Amazon and order the book.
Yes.
But you also do motivational speaking.
Yes.
So just a little bit about that in terms of where or how you're going about constructing that.
Absolutely. So for me, it's about from inspiration to impact. It's important to me. It's so important to me. If I had any fear at all, it would be that I would die without making the impact that I believe God has called me to make in the earth, right? To encourage other people to be the best them, to make sure that they live out their dreams as well. Right. And so that's like my theme, to move from inspiration to impact, because I do believe that it's great to be inspired. But it's even greater to make sure that that inspiration leads to some sort of impact, to some sort of legacy where not just you are inspired by it, but now you're impacting, inspiring other people to accomplish things as well.
Exactly.
And so that impact is never ending. And so I speak at church functions, I speak at corporate events, I speak at women's empowerment events. I'm pretty much open to where God has me to go. And you can find me at www.itsjubilee.com. There are booking inquiry tabs on there where you could contact me if you'd like to have me come out and speak. Also, the links for my books are on that site as well.
Okay. So you have both books, okay?
Yes.
Sid.
Dear Sid.
Dear Sid.
Yes.
Dear Sid. Okay, and the tithing. And in terms of just going back to the circle of courage, I truly believe that in that circle, people have your back, no matter what. And that courage has allowed you to sit forth today and talk about your dream. And I like the part where you talk about inspire and then impact, which is so desperately needed in the world today, that we need so many people like you to be able to touch someone else. And so your work is not in vain at all. And I appreciate you, and actually I'm so proud of you to just be such a wonderful person, to be able to come on and share your story and talk about your challenges and triumphs, but to talk about all the wonderful things that you're doing and still about to come. And now it is your spiritual calling, and the foundation that was set for you as a young child, okay, be a writer, be a speaker, and now here you are.
Yeah.
So anything that you can say in terms of empowerment.
Yeah. To me, it's all about not quitting. It's like having the tenacity. I think that I've been in all sorts of situations where I could have quit, but then I would have had the greatest regret because I was right there. And a lot of times when you feel like, you know what, just forget about it. This is not going to work. This is not going to work, right? And it could be in any area. It could be in your career, schooling, marriage, and a friendship, anything. That really sometimes when you are, or many times when you are at that point where you're saying, I'm just going to give up, you're actually the closest to that breakthrough or to that moment of success or moment of impact that you've been waiting for so long. And so that's one of my my kind of themes, right? Don't quit, don't give up. Like, it will get better. It will improve.
It will.
Yeah, don't lose hope.
And your faith.
Yes.
Your faith has a lot to do with
Absolutely.
it. And that's what's really what I believe, which brings a lot of people through. That's my belief.
Yes.
Is your faith.
It's mine as well.
Which will help, you know, overcome those burdens and you know, the anointing will come through.
Absolutely.
So basically, where can people find you? You have itsjubilee.com.
Yes, www.itsjubilee.com.
Right. And also on Facebook.
Yes,
okay.
On Facebook.
Instagram.
And on Instagram,
Right.
lady_Jubilee_.
Okay. And I think that's beautiful. And again, I want to thank you for coming in onto the show. I Have a Dream Too.
Yes.
Empowering you.
Absolutely.
And we will definitely remain connected as well.
Yes.
To continue the journey of empowering others through this process.
Absolutely.
So I want to thank all my guests this evening for sharing their story of empowerment. We're here every Wednesday from 6 to 7 p.m. To share stories of empowerment, empowering others. And I'm going to use Miss Mosley's word, inspire to impact, make an impact on others. So it's been a great evening, and we'll see you next Wednesday from 6 to 7. And be sure to follow me on Facebook as well as on Twitter. And have a great evening. Thank you.